Hello zusammen, welcome back. I hope that you guys are all having an awesome day so far. If it's your first time here, welcome. My name is Diana and I am a Canadian expat living and working in Berlin, Germany for the last 4 years. And on my channel, I talk all things Germany, moving to Germany, working to Germany, more insight on the German culture from this Canadian girl's perspective. So if you are into that, definitely make sure to stick around. And today we are going to be talking about something quite important and something I've never really gone into depth about in my channel in the last 4 years since I've been making videos. And it is why people actually stay in Germany for the long term. So I often talk about why people move to Germany for temporary reasons, just to experience what it's like living in a new culture, to gain some more work experience, to study, but we've never talked about the long term. And there's definitely a lot of people who move to Germany initially thinking that they're going to stay here for a year or two or a few years, but they end up staying here for their whole lives and settling down here and starting families here. So I want to give you some insight into why that happens. In the event that, of course, you want to move here, or maybe you just got here and you're starting to think about your future here a bit more, I really hope that this gives you some more insight and that you find it helpful or interesting. Before we do jump into it, I want to give a huge shout out to today's partner, which is Lingoda. They are the #1 trusted online language learning school. So if you guys haven't heard of them, I highly recommend checking them out. They offer classes in English, business English, Spanish, French, and of course, German. And they have native teachers that will help you pick up the language of your choice. And they do offer smaller classes as well. So if you don't want to get lost in a big class, or if you've ever taken a big class and feel like you haven't gotten the best value for your money or the best experience, again, their classes are smaller so you can get one-on-one attention. I also wanted to share more with you on the Lingoda language sprint that starts in August 2nd, more specifically, which is my birthday, you guys. Fun fact, so if you want to write that down, it's my birthday and it's when the Lingoda language sprint starts. This is where you can sign up for an intensive language course. Lingoda has 2 offers, the regular sprint and the super sprint. When you sign up, you can choose which one you want to be a part of, and if you attend all classes for your challenge, you're eligible for cash back. You're also in good company because over 40,000 people have participated in the sprints in the past. So again, if you want to learn a new language, boost your confidence when it comes to language learning and really motivate yourself to learn it quicker, I highly recommend participating in the sprint. So if you want to participate in the sprint, I'm going to go ahead and leave a link down below with the FAQs, and I'm also going to give you guys a special discount code so you can get $25 off of your deposit. I also wanted to mention that if you want to participate in the super sprint and if you sign up before June 24th, you are eligible to get 100% cash back. So yeah, thank you so much, Lingoda, for partnering up with me on this video. I really hope that you guys take advantage of the sprint, and let's go ahead and jump back into today's topic. So why do people actually stay here in Germany for much longer than they actually thought they would? I got to start off by saying one of the first things definitely has to be the work-life balance. Even myself, I've only been here for 4 years, which in the grand scheme of things is not that long, but I've already seen the huge benefits of having a work-life balance and living in a country that really promotes a healthy work-life balance. It's where you're encouraged to take vacation days, where people are encouraged not to work on the weekends. People are not scared to take vacation time because it's frowned upon and it makes it seem like you're not hardworking. I know in Canada and the US, this is a big thing where people just hustle and work super hard until they're exhausted and burnt out just because they want to impress their employers. And I'm not saying that that doesn't happen here, but it's on a much smaller scale. And employers here really do encourage you to have a work-life balance. And just as a standard, and because Germany is part of the EU, employers are required to give their employees at least 5 weeks vacation time, which for me, that was like a really big selling point when I moved here, because back home in Canada, I only got 2 weeks. So yeah, it's just really nice to know that you can work hard, but then you can also enjoy life. You can enjoy your weekends, and you don't have this constant pressure that you need to burn out and that you need to overwork, and it just makes day-to-day life more enjoyable. And I don't know if you guys have heard of this before, but sometimes even when you go to the doctors here, and let's say you're extremely stressed out and you've been overworked and you're starting to get signs of burnout, the doctor will often recommend that you go to a retreat or a spa for a couple of days. And if they prescribe this to you, your employer actually still has to pay you while you're off doing your retreat or going to the spa and relaxing. So that just goes to show how much work-life balance is encouraged here, and how people are encouraged to have a healthier standard of living and just to take it more easy in day-to-day life. So it's definitely a huge bonus, and again, a huge reason why I think a lot of people ultimately decide to stay here for the long term. Another reason that I hear quite a lot is, of course, the work opportunities. So Germany is still a booming economy, and there's a lot of growing sectors like the tech industry, even the healthcare industry. So there's a lot of job opportunities for people moving from abroad here, and a lot of opportunities for career advancement. So in many countries, I've heard, you can get to a certain level at a company or in a city, and there's not much room for growth. But here, I've just seen so many people, even that I know, be able to advance in their careers much quicker. Even for myself, I've seen that through my work. And it's just really great to know that all of the effort that you're putting in can help you, excel much quicker than maybe it would back home. Another big reason why people decide to stay in Germany for the long term is because it's a great place to raise your family as well. So, a lot of people, especially my age or people who are planning to move here, maybe they don't think of a family, as starting a family, having kids when they first get here. But as time goes on, of course, naturally you start to think about those things, and raising a family in a good country, in a good city, in a good environment becomes more important. Germany is known for providing good assistance to families here. So if you have to send your child to daycare, the government subsidizes a portion of that payment, so it's not such a heavy burden on the family. They also provide Kindergeld, which is money that they give you for free. Essentially, for every child that you have, you get approximately 200 euros per month, which is pretty cool, and I know something that not a lot of other countries provide. I know something else that's quite important, of course, is thinking about your child's higher education. For instance, in Canada and the US, people start saving up for their child's university as soon as they're born, pretty much, because the cost can be so high. But here, university is very inexpensive and sometimes even free as well. So you don't necessarily have to worry about, am I going to be able to send my child to university? Are they going to be able to get their master's? Are they going to be able to get higher education? Are we going to go into debt for this? Or is my child going to go into debt for this? Which I know is such a huge, worry. So for families, it's super important for them to know that, their child will be covered. They will be able to get a higher education, and it's not going to cost you so much. I also like to talk about this in the coaching calls that I do whenever I speak to people who have families and kids, just because I think it's a pretty cool thing about living in Germany. So people here, children here, are really encouraged to learn multiple languages from a very young age. I swear there's like a child who lives in my building, and I think he's probably like 6 years old, and he already speaks 3 languages, and He sounds super cute, by the way. He's like speaks Japanese, English, German, of course, and he's so tiny. And it's just because here kids are just encouraged to learn languages and pick up languages because, of course, Germany being, in Europe has access to so many different countries around it. So kids here get the opportunity to study abroad, and they're encouraged to learn these new languages so that they can have better opportunities for them later on. I think my neighbor is doing some drilling or something, so hopefully you can't hear that. But the other thing that I did want to talk about is obviously as you get into your retirement years, maybe again, not something that you would initially think about when you first get here, but thinking about retirement and longer term plans is obviously quite important. And Germany is known for providing really good benefits to their citizens and really good services to their citizens as they get into the retirement years. Also, I know for many people here, they end up retiring in, the smaller cities or the countryside, and it just gives a more relaxing lifestyle. Again, a lot of people like to move closer to nature, to the mountains, just to the countryside. As you can imagine, retired life, if you can, you just want something more peaceful. And there is no shortage of beautiful nature, lakes, beautiful areas in Germany that can definitely, give that lifestyle to you if that's something that you want. But there's a fruit fly here. But yeah, also because, damn fruit fly distracted me, but also because, where Germany is located, you can travel quite easily all over the place in Europe. Flights are super affordable. So again, if you want to just live that relaxing lifestyle, travel, live out your golden years here, then a lot of people see Germany as a great fit for that. But yeah, you guys, those are the reasons why some people decide to stay in Germany for the long term. Make sure to stick around for next week's video where I'm going to tell you why people don't stay in Germany, why they decide to leave. So make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and if you did like this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up. That would really help out the channel. And yeah, I really hope that you guys found this video interesting and got more insight into why Germany may even be a place for you long term. But thank you again to Lingoda for partnering with me on this video. And if you do want to participate in their sprint, I will leave again all of the links down below and the discount code. And I hope that you guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you all in my next one. Cheers!